Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This is alternate number 2 using elements from the June paper pumpkin kit. What we're going to do is we're going to take these two pieces from the kit and make ourselves a little gift box. And then we're going to decorate the front of it. I've used the Layered Florals 3D embossing folder. And this is bubble bath paper. And I've used the die from the Thanks and Beyond die set to cut it out. We're going to use some of the greenery and some of the vellum from the kit. But first we need to make the box itself. So we need a piece of cardstock. In this case, it's bubble bath, 6.5 by 4.5. And then we're going to score it at 1.5 and again at 1.5 and then 1.5 in from each edge. And then we're going to cut these here to make the flaps for the end. So let's get started. The other thing we need is a handle for the little gift box, and this is 8.5 by 3/4, and we're just going to tack it into the edges. So moving my blade out of the way so I don't accidentally cut this, I need to score at 1.5. So if I turn it this way, I'm scoring this here at 1.5. And then I'm going to flip it around and do this score at 1.5. And the reason I'm doing edge, like outside edge to outside edge, if there's any inconsistency in the measurement here, it'll show up in the middle as opposed to one side being shorter than the other. And now I'm coming in and I'm doing the 1.5 here and then the 1.5 on the other side. Okie dokie. So now that we've got this card scored, I'm not sure if you can see it in the light, but we've got the scores in there so that we can make the box. What we need to do now is we need to cut here to make the flaps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in at 1.5 inches, and I'm going to drop this down, and I'm going to bring the blade in. And I need to come down to about here, which is on my scale, it's the 7.5 I need to stop at. That's exactly where my score line is. So I'm going to make sure that the middle of my cutter stops at the 7.5, just like that. So I've actually cut a little bit too deep. So that tells me that, sorry, and I'm using the 1.5 on the other side for this one. I need to stop just before the 7.5. Okay, so I'm going to come in and I'm going to stop just before that 7.5. Okay, so then I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So stopping that at 1.5, putting this down, and bringing this down to just before the 7.5. There we go. And again, the same thing on this side. Oh, sorry, this side. This is why I needed to do it to measure the 1.5 on the other side. Okay. And I'm going to bring this down to just before the 7.5. Okay. So that has got our box basically made. We need to fold these flaps in, and I want to have the solid flap on the outside. So I'm going to fold my flaps in like this. So what I need to do is I need to put a piece of tear and tape on this side like this. And I'm going to fold this in like this. So I need a piece of tear and tape now on the inside of here, so that when I put them together, they stick together. Okay, so this is going to go in like this and in like this. And I'm going to use that tear and tape to stick them together. So they're stuck together there. I need to do the same thing at this end. So I need a piece of tear and tape on the outside of this flap and on the inside of this flap, like that. And what this does, taping the inside as well, just means that the flaps aren't going to open up inside your little gift box. Okay, so we're going to fold that in like that. And I'm just going to make sure that that's square in the frame, so you can always screenshot the page if you want. Now I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape across the top of this box, like right at the edge. And I am just going to, sorry for the arm in the frame, trim the edges of this off because I want the seal to go all the way to the edge. Sorry, the tear and tape stuck to my finger, so we're just going to do that. Just peel that edge off and pop that up right to the edge there, like that. We're going to do the same thing on this edge, right up to that very edge, like that. And then just, again, trim off those little extra edges. And then we're just going to peel that up. The nice thing about tear and tape as well, it's like an adhesive dot. If you've got too much, you can just roll it over. And then we're going to pop this up so that we're square. So there is our box, like that. And now I'm going to take a piece of tear and tape, like this. And I'm going to put a couple of pieces at each end, like that, just so that it really fixes it down to each edge. And if I was off frame for that, I will do it again, making sure that I'm in frame for the next one. So we're just putting a piece of tear and tape right at the edge there, and then one just a little bit further down. And I'm just going to kind of roll this in my hand a little bit, just to kind of give it a bit of the shape of a handle. And then I'm going to peel these off. And I'm going to put it right in the center of that one side, and then the same with the other side. And I'm just going to, again, roll those little edges in, and then I'm going to put it right inside the other edge, like that. So now we've got a little box with the handle. So let's go ahead and actually build this now. Pull all my pieces in. Leave that back there where you can see it. Okay, so what I want to do with the front of this, we can go ahead and we can put the sides on if we want. So I'm going to do this and this, and then this goes right in the middle like this. Okay, and you can reach inside. So you need to put the adhesive kind of in the bottom half. And now you can make the handle a little bit longer if you want, or they can just shake out what's inside. So probably better to do the handle just a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and build this card front. I'm just going to put some adhesive across here. And this is greenery from the kit itself. I'm going to make sure I'm not overhanging the bottom because otherwise it'll hold the bottom of the gift box up. And I had a couple of pieces of this. I'm just going to do another piece of adhesive there, and I'm going to pop this on like this, and then I need another one. I did have another one out, but the little pieces of vellum, you almost need to put them on something darker so that you can find them on your desktop. So do that like that. And then I'm going to dimensionalize the piece that I ran through the Layered Florals 3D folder. I'm going to dimensionalize that. and then pop this down right in the middle, like that. And then I'm going to use adhesive dots to put the congratulations on. So I'm just going to put them in the middle because this is going to sit up on the dimensionalized piece. So I only put adhesive dots in the middle. So I can put one there like that. And then on the bottom of the A, whoops, and the top of the R. There we go. So I'm just going to peel those off. Okay. I think I said in the last video, most of my videos involve me peeling adhesive backing off. So there we go. And then the one more. Perfect. And this is going to go across the front like this, right in the middle, like that. And we're going to put some of the, this is the Tinsel Gems 4-pack. And again, arm in the frame, sorry. We're just going to pop a couple of these gems, and I'm going to use the large ones. And I'm choosing the Shy Shamrock ones because anything in the pinks will just blend right in. So there's a couple of large ones there, put a little small one there, maybe another little small one over there. Okay, we don't have to worry about this one going in the mail. So now I'm going to put some adhesive here. Again, not going all the way to the edges because this is slightly wider than the box, and then just under halfway up there. And then we pop this down, making sure we're even. And then we can reach inside and just give it a little push. And that is our little gift box using elements from the June 2024 Paper Pumpkin Kit. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what your ideas would be to make this box a little better.